What's going on? This is Tank, and you know I got soul.
You know, I got so excited to be here with Tank once again
Yes.
to talk about this new album you've got coming out, Savage, coming out this
Savage.
fall.
Yes.
Title's a little aggressive. How does it represent this
Title's-
project?
Because the project is very aggressive. As you can probably tell by the first single, When We, we're taking an aggressive approach across the board, whether it be ballads, whether it be tempo, from the sonic of the record to the melody to the lyrical content. It's all aggressive, and it's all pushing the line and fighting for space. Trying to carve out some room for R&B, and in order to do that R&B, we have to compete if we want space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we want some light where other things are shining, we've got to put ourselves in position to be able to follow up or even lead, in terms of what our R&B is.
Right.
And so this is, you heard Sex, Love, and Pain 2, and this is the next step past that. And, one that I thought was necessary. You know what I'm saying? If I want my song to be on the same playlist as Migos or Meek Mill, you know what I mean? Then, we got to give them some firepower, something that can stand up, to all of those records. And so, they're savage in their approach, and I'm savage in mine.
Right. Curious, as an R&B artist, facing off against those hip hop artists, do you feel like that's the goal at this point? Or I know your single's getting play on Urban AC radio, competing against R&B, but where do you find yourself right now?
I'm kind of in between worlds.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm on stage with Frankie Beverly at one point, and then I'm hosting King of Diamonds. So it's like, but that's me. That's the thing that I am. I'm kind of, the bridge between what we knew R&B to be and where R&B is now, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Are we pressing the issue in terms of where we're played on the radio or all of these other things? No, because I think the project will speak to the people it needs to speak to. I think the music alone will cater to the people it needs to cater to. And so we're just letting the people make the decision. You know what I mean? It's not for any one thing to decide that. It's just the people.
You talk about this aggressive sonic a bit, and can you tell us what we can expect it to sound like? Is it more of an extension of Sex, Love, and Pain 2?
It's more of an extension of Sex, Love, and Pain 2. It's more of like, okay, songs like She With the Shit and I Love You with Yo Gotti, Rich Homie Quan. Those moments started carving out space for us. And so we wanted to take more of that approach. You know what I mean? And just being able to see the music come to life in concert and watch the people's reaction, watch them sing every lyric, watch them turn up with us, and it be R&B, and it be me singing about a woman. You know what I'm saying? To her, for her, about her. It let us know that we were going in the right direction. So we wanted to continue to push the line.
Right. I heard an interesting comment from one of your peers recently that kind of Urban AC R&B had become a bit stale and a bit dated sounding, and I feel like what you're putting out is kind of the answer to that. You're kind of pushing it out of that stale zone. How do you take a comment like that?
Well, I mean, it's all about timing. You know what I mean? And for the people programming, Urban AC Radio, they have what is their core music. We always pay homage to the R&B music and the things that came before us, but Urban AC also has to be exciting at some point. You know what I mean? It has to be doing something new and pushing forward and evolving, just as everything does. And my record is kind of part of that evolution. You know what I mean? A Ro James. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Those moments are part of evolution. You know what I'm saying? Even when they play, some of the 7 moments and all of these things, like it's part of the evolution. And what it does is it gives an opportunity for people who love the old school music to understand where the new school is, and kind of have fun in both places. And you don't have to You don't have to dial up a bunch of
Right.
different stations and places in order to find a variety of good R&B music. So they're giving the music a shot, and that's all I wanted was the music to get a shot. You know what I'm saying? For young people to be inspired and for older people to be entertained.
Right. You've been vocal about it on social media. We hear about people saying they want real R&B back, whatever that may be. And you've talked about you're not going to do a real, quote unquote, real R&B album anymore. So do you still feel that holds true?
Well, I'm gonna do what's real to me. I'm not gonna do what they consider real because everybody has an opinion about what they think is real R&B. They say they want the instrumentation back, they want the live strings, they want and then when you give it to them, they're kind of nowhere to be found. And it's like that's okay because I understand where music is. I understand where music has come from and where it is now, and I found my place in it. So for me, I'm gonna be true to me in the space that I am now. I'm not gonna try to cater to everybody else's real R&B. I'm gonna do my real R&B. I'm gonna do what Tank does, and let the chips fall where they may.
So as you go to create an album like Savage, what's motivating you the most right now to create what it's come out to be?
Well, Sex, Love, and Pain 2 was the motivation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Seeing the responses to those records, seeing where I was like, I wonder how people are gonna feel about me and Rich Homie Quan on a record, and seeing people like, she with the shit is my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? To see people have that moment was like, okay, they get it. They're allowing R&B to live. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing us to be creative and just have fun with it. And I wasn't ready to stop having fun. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to keep having fun with pushing the R&B lines, you know what I'm saying? And keep pushing us forward. And that was really the inspiration. I hear a lot of great songs on the radio. I hear Party Next Door pushing the melody, super dope. Drake is always pushing the melody, super dope. Chris Brown, of course. And, all of those moments inspire me as well. They let me know I'm in the right place. Ty Dolla $ign, like those guys. I'm like, okay, cool. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I can do that and then some.
I think it's so cool. We're sitting here in Atlantic Records. You've been signed here for years now, and as you look around, many of your peers are no longer signed to major, labels. There's very few R&B artists left on majors, and I think it's cool that you've remained among the elite, one of the top performers, one of the top artists, and here you are. We always talk to these indie artists about what makes being indie so great. What makes being on a major label so great for you?
Well, I mean, partnerships with great partners, whether it be indie, whether it be major, that's what's great. And, I've been blessed to have great partners. My friends and family at Atlantic Records, they've been nothing but amazing. You know what I mean? Since day one, even before day one, before we signed any paperwork, before we did anything, we were working together, and it was love. And the approach that they wanted to take with me was, we're in it for the long haul. We may miss one or two, but we may catch them on 3 and 4. Like, we're in it for the long haul. We want to work with you. We want to do this for as long as we can do it. And you can't ask for anything better than that. You can't ask for anything better than that kind of commitment to your career, not to just the moment, not to just one album or to a single, but to your career. I couldn't have asked for anything better. And so, whether it be indie or whether it be whatever it is, it's about finding great partnerships with people who believe what you believe.
And they believe in you here so much in Atlantic that they've given you your own label, the R&B Money. We want to hear more about that and your plans for that and everything.
Signed. I got Dante signed to R&B Money. I got a kid, Jordan Morris, out of the UK, newly signed to R&B Money. I got another kid I just found online who was just fire. I mean, he's fire. Want to get him going. I'm signed to R&B Money. it's R&B money,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm trying to create a space where R&B artists can go and feel like they're going to have a real shot. You know what I mean? A lot of people are throwing records up against the wall, especially when it comes to R&B, seeing if it sticks, and if it doesn't, okay, on to the next thing. But through my partnership with Atlantic Records, you know, I was taught something, you know what I mean? Like, if you stick with it, you know, the results, if you keep working, the results will come. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a 41-year-old R&B artist, you know what I'm saying, with a label deal on a major record label. Who does that? You know what I mean? Nobody, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? So the blessing is in the work that we've been able to do, and the work speaks for itself. And so that's what that's the opportunity that I'm trying to extend to all the R&B artists that I sign. So we're going to work till we get it.
Looking forward to hearing what you got.
We got some stuff.
And then final question, have to ask, you know, so many people love the TGT Three Kings project. What's going on with TGT?
I love TGT Three Kings. I will be the first to admit that. I named the album. Tyrese tries to take my credit sometimes, but then he tells the truth after. It's not in the cards as we speak, you know. But you know, we're always a good conversation away. We're always I don't know. We're always willing to sit at the table and talk about it the right way.
Right. Fair enough.
The fair way. You know what I'm saying? And you know, TGT is such a selfless moment. You know, I just wish we could get out of the way of what it's really about, and let the people be inspired and entertained.
Right.
I wish we could just get out of the way and just do the work.
Right.
And give the people this music, give the artists, the producers, the songwriters, the performers, give them this hope. I just wish we could do that,
right.
You know. And if I had my way, we'd be doing it tomorrow. But you know, it's three people, it's three members of TGT, so
right.
It all has to make sense for everybody, and hopefully one day it will.
And then just one fan question: you've performed for Mayweather before at his fights. Any hope seeing you at his upcoming fight performing?
I don't know. I was up at camp a few weeks back, and you know, Champ looks like Champ. He looks unstoppable and unbeatable, undefeatable, as always. I'm gonna go up and have a good time, man. I'm gonna go to Vegas. We're gonna take the crew, and we just gonna enjoy number 50. We just gonna have fun. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it gets about work, or you know, when you singing, you know, you get into a space where I got to focus on my song and all of these things, but we're just gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Champ will say, "Hey, turn on them songs. You know what I'm saying? The ones you just put out, and then it's on. Then it's an R&B party, you know." And that's the beauty of Champ, man. People don't realize that he's probably one of the biggest R&B fans in the world. He trains to old school R&B. We're in a hot gym at 140 degrees, and you hear OJs and boxing pads, you know what I'm saying, and gloves hitting pads. You know what I'm saying? People all over the world. Jordan, on the love train. Jordan. Like, you know, it's the craziest thing, but that's just what he does. Wow. That's what he does. So when I'm in that building, when I'm around Champ, like, I feel appreciated for doing this R&B thing. Right. It's a good moment.
Awesome. Anything you'd like to add?
Man, Savage, the tour starts September 5th. And we're rolling all the way through the 28th, 29th. Follow me at The Real Tank to see what we're doing. What we're trying to do special is we're trying to give an R&B artist in every city, a local R&B artist, an opportunity to open up on stage. And so we're running a contest like, who's the best R&B artist in Boston? Who's the best R&B artist in New York? Who's the best? You have 60 seconds on IG to show me what you have. tag open for Tank, tag Tank Savage Tour, tag your city, let me see you. And it's been going, it's been crazy. We found some really dope R&B artists who, you know, for me, just need a shot. Sometimes that's the difference most times in between me and somebody else. I had an opportunity, and I was able to take advantage of that opportunity. So I want to extend an opportunity to somebody else. So,
Awesome.
so check us out, The Real Tank on everything. Savage Tour album September. We coming.